Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So thank you, Jagannath Prabhu, for your kind words of welcome. I feel very honored and blessed here to be in the divine presence of Bhagavatai. This is my first visit to Avanti school ever. I have not seen any Avanti school campus until now. It was second visit to London. Last time was a brief. And this time I am staying 3 extra days than the last time. Yeah, so but it's a very beautiful Krishna conscious school. And Bhagavatai at the heart of the school and at the heart of the devotees. So I feel very blessed and honored. Thank you for coming this evening. It's a weekday. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yeah, I want to thank you all for coming this evening. It's a weekday. It's not easy. And yes, but we will discuss something which I am hopeful will be helpful in your day-to-day life and in your spiritual life as well. So, okay, before we begin, I would like to start with a question. Bhagavad Gita first verse is question. Begins with a question. Bhagavatam first chapter, question by the sages. Hare Krishna, yes. So Bhagavad Gita begins with a question. Srimad Bhagavatam begins with a question. So following a trend, we will start with a question over here. There was a compliment received by Prabhupada, not the instruction. There was a compliment by his spiritual master. Can someone, okay, wait a minute, before I come to you, someone else would like to make a guess?
It's well-versed in English language.
You are well-versed, that was, yes, that was an observation that you are well-versed, so you preach. It was his observation and his instruction mainly. But at another time he had complimented him something. Yes, Prabhu.
So I think when his spiritual master saw Prabhupada, he said, you are very learned.
You are very learned, yes. He was very educated. That's what Mataji just said, that you are an educated, learned person. You should preach. So that was instruction, and it wasn't a compliment. It was, yeah, you can say it was somewhat of a compliment. But that was mainly, he observed that he is a learned person, he is an educated person, so you should preach. That was mainly an instruction and an observation. So there was another compliment which another time he complimented him something. Yes, yes, Prabhu, Vrajnath Prabhu, right? Vrajnath Prabhu. Yes.
He listens very nicely, he doesn't go away.
That was a compliment. That was a compliment. Now, exact words. What did he exactly say? You are right, but sometimes you are correct, but you may not be perfect. There is a difference between the two. You are correct, but perfect would be, we can have the exact phrase because that has its own flavor and that its own intact. So, his exact compliment was, he likes to hear. So, where did he notice it? Vrajnath Prabhu, where did he notice it? Any?
Vrindavan.
Yes, good, in Vrindavan Parikrama.
Yeah.
So, there was a Vrindavan Parikrama happening, and that time Prabhupada was not initiated. His name was still Abhay Babu, is known as Abhay Babu. And he joined for 1 day the Parikrama. And just imagine when we go for any Dham Parikrama, the main purpose which the people travel is for darshans. People want to go for darshan. He had joined for only 1 day, Vrindavan Parikrama, and it was announced that devotees could go for darshan, or parallelly, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would speak. We could hear. That time, he was not even initiated. Most of his initiated disciples left for darshans. Only few stayed back for hearing. And Prabhupada had joined only, Abhay Babu had joined only for one day. He thought, what will I see through these eyes? Let me hear. He stayed back. It was a long class, so a small group who stayed back to hear, gradually, one by one, they all left for different services or some, for some reason or the other. They left. At the end, by the end of the class, Abhay Babu was the only person sitting in the audience. He was the only survivor of the long class. Like it's not easy to hear long classes. So he was the only survivor, and that's it. He ended the class and there was no immediate conversation. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur left. So when after few years, when he was about to be initiated, he came to Prayagraj to give initiation, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. The temple president was introducing the new initiates. So when his turn came, he said, here is Abhay Babu. And the spiritual master cut the temple president down, who was introducing. He said, I know him. Oh, wow, he was surprised that the first time I'm taking you and interacting with him. You know him already? He said, I know him. He likes to hear. That's the only thing he knew about him. He didn't know what business he does, how many attempts he had for business, how much success he has made, where is his family, etc., etc. He didn't know any other details. I know him. And the only thing he knew was, he likes to hear. And then he added, he did not go away. And he did not go away. He likes to hear. And when toward till the end of the class, he said, he did not go away. I have marked him, he said, I have marked him. Marked him, has spotted him. So that came like such a compliment. So Prabhupada, even when he was not initiated, when he was a businessman, working person, he showed, he taught us one very important siddhant. Darshan is not through eyes. Darshan is through ears. Darshan is through the ears. So what will I see in the dham? Let me hear from my spiritual master. He likes to hear. That was a compliment. Okay, so now, we are going to discuss about something about hearing or listening. We'll come to listening. There are 9 processes of devotional service as described by Prahlad. Navavida Bhakti we call. Which is the first of the 9-fold process? Shravanam, hearing. Okay, so here it is. Yes, because someone to read out loudly with a loud, clear voice. Okay, yes.
Yeah, hearing is most important. These are 9 processes of devotional service, of which Shravanam, hearing, is most important. Without hearing, nobody can understand the signs of God. Therefore, the Vedic mantras are called Shruti. Shruti means is to be heard. Lord Shri Krishna.
Yeah, this is on Janmashtami class at Montreal. Another name of all the Vedic literature is Shruti. All the Vedic literature. Now, Vedic literature means all that to be known for human being. Whatever is to be known is there in the Vedas, essentially. And the Vedic literature is also known as Shruti. Shruti means to be heard. To be heard. We need to hear and understand. So therefore, of the 9 processes, the first and the foremost is Shravanam, which is hearing. First and the foremost. This is hearing is most important. We cannot sufficiently emphasize the importance of hearing actually. Okay, now we come to this important question. Whenever Shravanam is mostly translated as hearing, but we will be using the word listening now. We will be making a distinction. Now, in the educational context, in the modern educational context, What's the difference between hearing and listening? Yes?
Hearing with empathy.
You're going to Charu.
Rasika Devi.
Charu Rasika Devi.
So, with hearing with empathy is,
Hearing with empathy is listening. Okay.
and also with attention.
Okay, hearing with attention is listening. Fine. Good. Good. Something else? Yes?
Is hearing the sound coming into your ears.
Okay.
Listening is paying attention, taking note of it, assimilating it.
Okay. So kind of hearing could be passive. Listening is active. Hearing at times just with the ears. But listening is active. So here, So in the educational context, we'll be using the term listening now onwards. Where listening means attentive hearing, trying to assimilate. Okay, to put it another form or put it another way, hearing is through just the ears, while listening is with the ears, with the eyes, with the head, with the heart. Now you can draw a cross. Okay, so hearing is just with the ears, while listening is through the ears to the eyes. Eyes have to be open in listening, and head also have to be open, means we are trying to understand it. Also the heart, because there are certain things which are unspoken, the emotions at times are unspoken. We should be able to understand that also. Therefore, the topic for today is listening with the heart, not just with the ears. Right? So, ear is one. So we are adding to it. So, listening with the heart, not just with the ears, but we also have to keep the eyes open and also head. So, listening means listening with ears, eyes, head, and heart. Was Parikshit hearing or listening? He was listening. Okay. He was listening with the ears. Were his eyes open?
Yeah.
His eyes were open. His eyes were open. He was not sleeping. In fact, Shukadeva Goswami said, "My dear Parikshit, maybe you could be feeling tired. Would you like to take rest?" He said, "As long as I am hearing, I will not experience tiredness. If you stop, then I will experience tiredness." Actually, he said that. As long as you are speaking, I am fresh. Right? So the hunger, thirst, sleep won't trouble me as long as I am hearing, as long as you are speaking. But otherwise, if you stop speaking, then it will trouble me. So his eyes were open. What about his head? Where do we understand in Bhagavatam that he was hearing with his head? Intelligence on, trying to understand it.
He was asking questions.
He was asking questions, that's fine. Something more specific? Where you understand his intelligence was on, rather than just a question, something else?
Yes, he was concerned about Kali Yuga, he was concerned about the people. And
Okay,
that's
that is the next level, that is the heart. We'll come to that. What about listening with the head? Intelligence? Yes, Prabhu?
The mind was open to listening to what was being said.
His mind
The mind was open, receptive to what was being said.
Yeah, so where do any particular instance where we understand that? Any particular instance where we understand that he was listening with his head means trying to understand and analyze and
No got example. No.
And a particular instance where Shukadeva Swami speaks about the different problems in the English planets.
okay.
So at that point, he refuted actually what Shukadeva Swami is trying to say.
Good. So he said, how can we overcome all the sufferings in the hellish planet? How these people can overcome? They should do atonement. Sukadeva Goswami prescribed atonement. He said atonement. What good is atonement? People atone, again commit the sins. And then he gives an example of elephant goes and take bath, comes out, and again sprinkle talcum powder. From our dust. So he said, what use is the atonement? He rejected actually the answer. Atonement, and his spiritual master was pleased. He was not just saying, yes, whatever Guru Maharaj you are saying, that is perfect. His head was on, intelligence was on. He rejected that answer. So he was not just just accepting everything. He was trying to understand, ask questions, even rejecting that this adornment I consider is useless. And that was a test of his alertness. Is he intelligent, alert, or is he feeling sleepy? So, yeah. So, once His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj was giving a talk in Vrindavan, and in between he would request the devotees to chant something. So, then he mentioned that all the cowherd boys in a play, they were running towards Krishna. Krishna was at a distance, and then they all were saying, I will touch Krishna first. I will touch Krishna first. And then he raised his hand and asked the devotees to chant. He wanted devotees to chant, I will touch Krishna first. He raised his hand, and all the devotees started chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He was surprised. He said, are you all sleeping? I don't know whether he got it or not. He wanted the devotees to repeat, I will touch Krishna first. But out of mechanically they just chant Hare Krishna, because every time you chant Hare Krishna. So anyway, and then he said, are you all awake? So yes, he was fully awake and asking question, not asking question, but even rejected the answer. So therefore we understand that he was very attentive in his intelligence. Not just that, he was listening from the heart. His heart was also experiencing the emotions. That's the fourth level of listening. So one thing just the ears. The other thing is, okay, eyes are also open, but then the intelligence is open. And the heart is open to receive. Where do we see the emotions coming? Parikshits in Bhagavatam. Any place which proves that his heart is invested in listening. Yes, Brajnath Prabhu?
He offers prayers. He offers prayers as part of the discourse.
Prayers of?
Like for everyone else's well-being.
Okay, he actually, if you see, most of his questions are for the sake of others. He feels the pain of others. Why? Now, this is one very important lesson for us. While Parikshit is undergoing his own crisis in life, he's going to die in 7 days. It's not a small thing actually. It's not a small thing. If the doctor tells anybody that you have only 7 days to live, it's a big crisis in life. And we all know that. So he is undergoing his own crisis, but he is very concerned when he heard the suffering of people in the hellish planets. He said, how can these people be delivered? It was a question for their deliverance. And his heart was actually moved by the suffering of others. And he asked the question, please tell me how these living entities will be delivered. Several times he asked the questions, and most times his questions are for the sake of others. While he is undergoing his own crisis in life. Therefore, this is an important lesson for us. Now, we all have our own struggles in life, but when we extend ourselves at least a little bit to ease the struggle of others, we will see how Krishna helps us so much in our struggle. So, our own difficulties, struggle will continue in life, but while that is going on, let's try to help someone else who is in a similar or even a greater difficulty. So, therefore, that is Parikshit's listening with the heart, Okay, so now there is different quality of listening. So we'll have one small demonstration here. There will be 5 scenes. Rishabh and Prabhu's name? Harshal. So Harshal Prabhu and Rishabh are enacting 5 scenes. You have to take a note of each scene and give one word, one defining word to each scene. Basically, what did you observe? In one word, you describe. What kind of listening have you observed? Fine. So please observe and write down your observation for each 5 scene in one word or one phrase. And I'm going to ask you. So for each scene. Okay, so here is the temple president and here is the new bhakta. Okay, so now scene 1, so and then each scene you can enact it out.
Hare Prabhu.
It will be good to take mic. Do we have another one? Oh, okay, Prabhu is giving another one. Wait. It's working. Should we just do without it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who has a stronger voice?
Oh, we can talk then, no?
Yeah.
We can talk loud.
We can talk loud, both of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely.
We both talk loud.
Okay.
You can hear us.
You have to speak really loud.
Okay, I'll speak loud.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
She said I speak loud.
Was that number 1?
Yes.
Alright, scene 1.
Okay, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I need your time and guidance for my spiritual life.
Can't you see I'm busy right now?
When can I come?
Ask me later, just don't bother me right now. I have many things to do. Scene 1.
You can take this.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sit down.
Okay, you guys ready for scene 2?
Are we doing it? Fine. We doing
Okay.
next or you?
You completed the scene 1?
Yeah.
We have.
Okay. Okay,
You want-
fine. Okay, good. Scene 2.
Okay, scene 2. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I am daily going for Harinam and doing books.
Very good, very good. Keep it up.
I am also trying to preach to newcomers.
Very good, very good.
But nowadays my health is not keeping so good.
Very good, very good.
What? Okay, that was scene 2. We'll go on to scene 3. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Last month I went home. My parents are old now.
Mm.
They're having many health challenges, you know?
Mm.
They may pass away at any moment.
Mm.
They are thinking of donating our ancestral land.
Oh, is it? Where's the property? How big is it? Okay, that was
That was the next scene. So let's move on. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I need some time and guidance from you.
Sure, please tell me.
I am trying to practice spiritual life, but I'm struggling.
Oh, you're struggling.
Yes, I'm going through a very rough time. I need your help and support.
Oh, you need support.
Yes, very so, Generous Prabhu. Thank you for understanding me.
No worries, it's my duty.
Okay. You guys ready for the next scene?
Okay. Yeah, start.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, start. Let's start. No, not yet. Let's say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, please take a seat.
There you go. That's what this is for. If you allow me, I want to share something that's going on in my personal life with you.
Yeah, sure, please. Tell me.
Last month I went home and my parents are now very old.
Oh, seems like that's a big anxiety for you.
Yes, they're having many health challenges and suffering due to old age.
Oh, that's a very serious concern. It must be affecting your work and spiritual life.
Yes, I am praying to Krishna to give me the strength and intelligence to handle this situation.
I will also pray for you and your parents.
Thank you for your genuine understanding and concern. Jai.
Hare Krishna. Louder, louder, louder again.
Okay.
Yeah, keep the thing. Hare Krishna. Okay, so what kind of listening was scene 1? Distracted, arrogant,
Inattentive.
inattentive, yes, inattentive,
Dismissive.
Huh?
Dismissive.
Dismissive, right, dismissive. So the first kind of listening was actually the person was totally ignored, dismissed. I don't want to hear you basically. Okay, when can I come? Ask me later. Right? That was the response. So it was dismissive or the person was totally ignored. And what kind was of listening was the second? Yes?
I write autopilot.
Autopilot. Okay, autopilot. Yeah. Kind of mechanical response, just the same response to each sentence. So it was mechanical, or we call it as pretended listening. Just pretending to listen, but actually not listening. Pretended listening. The third one. What kind of listening was third one?
Selective listening.
Selective, or we can call them selfish. Selective or selfish listening. He should have actually gotten up from the seat. He would have jumped up from the seat in excitement. That would have added the, yeah.
Sorry. Next time.
Yeah. So that's selective listening. There's something of interest, the property and all that. Earlier it was just a mechanical response. What kind of listening was the fourth one?
Insincere.
Fourth.
Insincere.
Insincere, fourth one.
Insensitive.
Insensitive. The fourth. Huh?
It's just hearing, okay, whatever.
Okay, it was hearing. He was hearing. He was not ignoring. He was not pretending. He was listening. It was listening, attentive listening. He was. Right? So he was listening attentively, trying to understand. That was the fourth one, or that's supposed to be the fourth one. Probably sometime they just got the script 5 minutes before we started the class, so didn't get time to practice so much, but still done well. So fourth one is supposed to be attentive listening. And what shows that I'm listening attentively? Now, if you speak something to me, and how will you know I have understood? How will you understand that I have understood?
Repeating it like one.
Yes, I have to, I have to speak something, reflect back what I have heard. So therefore, attentive listening is also called as reflective listening. Reflective listening. Now, just imagine you are listening to a class, and at the end of or at the beginning of the class, we tell you, okay, so this is going to be a 40 minutes class. At the end of the class, please summarize the class in 2 or 3 minutes. The essential points, the bullet points. Your hearing will become very attractive. Now you have to grasp the essence from the class. So then it becomes really attentive. You are trying to catch all the important bullet points. So yes, that is attentive listening. When we are when we have to reflect back, when we have to know that we have to reflect back, then we are very attentive in listening. Okay, so with the kids often, I should take some classes in the school. I would say that I will ask some of you to reflect back on different, I'll speak about 3 or 4 points in total, 3 or 4 themes, and I will ask you to reflect back on each. Whoever gives the best reflection will get a prize. And they used to be very attentive, that we have to reflect back and we have to capture the sense and reflect back. And they used to be really very attentive. And I used to give them the prize, whoever gives the best reflection. And then it increases, I will announce it beforehand, it increases the attention. So yes, so that's attentive listening. When we have to reflect back, when we have to know that I have to reflect back on the class, let's become very attentive. And Parikshit reflected back in the 6th canto, he reflected back what he heard in canto 2, 3, 4 and 5. In the beginning of 6th canto, he reflected back what he has heard. And that encouraged Shukdev Goswami like anything. Shukdev Goswami got so much confidence that he hearing so attentively, he has reflected back on whatever he heard in the 4 cantos. Can you imagine? That's just not an easy reflection, the 4 cantos. even to reflect on a 40 minutes class is not so easy. But to reflect back on the 4 cantos of Bhagavatam in the beginning of 6th canto, it was amazing reflection. And he reflected back to encourage Shukdev Goswami to give his best now. The question he's going to ask now is a matter of life and death. For whom? Not for him. For all the suffering living entities. So that episode, of Ajamil when he speaks, how he was saved. So he wanted to encourage Shukdev Goswami by giving him the confidence. I am listening very attentively. I have listened. In this second canto you described this, in third canto you described this, fourth this, fifth this. Reflected back on the 4 cantos, and Shukdev Goswami was really encouraged. Now you tell me, how will these living entities be saved? Right? So he really wanted him to give the best possible solution for the suffering of other living entities. So there was attentive and reflective. Attentive is also called as reflective. Attentive listening means you should be able to reflect back what you have heard. And then the loop is closed. The 5th is empathic listening. Empathic listening. Okay, so now we have one more demonstration. Okay. I think you can do it while standing. This we don't keep that. Yeah. Okay, so introduce the context and everything.
Okay, so the context, we have the same roles.
No, not
Temple
really
president?
different.
Temple president.
No, not temple president, it's temple commander.
Sorry, temple commander, and I'm a book distributor.
Yeah.
The temple resident devotee has returned from book distribution late evening, and prasadam at the temple is finished. It is an Ekadashi day, and he is hungry. He approaches the temple commander and requests him for prasadam.
Okay, I hope you got the context.
Yes.
Makes sense?
Okay, Ekadashi day, book distributor is coming, there is no prasadam. It's coming in the evening. Okay, yes.
Okay, so. Prabhu, I've been distributing books since morning. It's Ekadashi day. I'm very hungry, and there's no prasadam.
Oh, it's very good to fast on Ekadashi. You will gain so much spiritual merit.
I know it's good, but what will I do with the gain if I fall sick? I need to take care of my health to serve in the long run.
I think you are taking good care of yourself. What did you have? What did you have for breakfast? You must have had some sumptuous breakfast and also packed something for lunch. Tell me, did you pack it or not?
Yes, I packed some chips and took it at noontime, but I was walking throughout the day. Now I'm feeling very hungry. I need some more prasadam.
Seems like you have only been distributing books and haven't read them at all. This is Lord Chaitanya's movement, Vairagya Vidya. Lord Chaitanya has come to teach us Vairagya.
Instead of giving me philosophy, you should give me some prasadam. You should be caring more and less philosophical.
That's disgusting. You can't even control your senses for a few hours and you don't know how to talk to your seniors. That's disgusting.
Thank you very much.
Okay, louder applause. I want to tell you that there are many acupressure points in your hands. When you clap loudly, they all get a good acupressure. Right? And then it's very good for health. So once again, louder applause. Okay, so whenever you have to clap anywhere, be generous, more generous in your clapping. It's very good for you. Okay, good. So we had a good demonstration. What kind of response did you notice coming from the temple commander? Share some reflection, observation. What kind of response was coming? Okay, before Jagannath Prabhu shares someone else. What kind of response was coming?
It's very direct, not empathetic.
Okay, it was not direct, direct and not empathetic. Fine, good. It was actually unempathetic response.
Hmm.
Okay, fine. Something more specific is good.
Like you said, like person is like hard-hearted.
Okay, hard-hearted, we see, yeah. Like blunt, that means they are very blunt. Yes,
It was an excuse.
he was.
It was an excuse.
It was an excuse. Okay.
How do you mean?
I can explain.
He was just trying to like justify his actions when he knows that like it was wrong. It was not the right thing to do.
Okay, who was wrong?
The boss.
The boss, the temple commander. Okay, yeah, he was trying to justify. He was trying to kind of, because he doesn't have the solution, so he was kind of waving off or working around. Yeah, good observation. What's the name?
Here.
Pierre. Okay, good observation. Thank you. Yes, something else? Yes.
Almost belittling because he's talking. It was almost belittling because he's talking down to
Belittling, right? Good.
as if they know more than somebody else's. It's made them feel silly for not knowing their readings from the book.
Okay, he was trying to belittle the person and telling you don't know the books and all that. Yeah, good observation. Yes.
I said
Forceful, aggressive, and very disrespectful.
Forceful, aggressive, disrespectful. Okay, good. So it was quite unempathic or unempathetic, right? Or pathetic listening. Actually, right? Unempathetic can also be described as pathetic listening. He was not in a mood to listen, understand, acknowledge the needs. Okay, there were these 4 typical unempathic or non-empathic responses. One is to give advice, and it was scriptural advice, right? Scripture says, yes, it's very good to fast on Ekadashi, but it was still very unempathic advice, because there is certain advice in the scripture which is meant to be imbibed and not enforced. So it was misapplied, those scriptural advice. Second, probing. Probing is interrogating, just like the police sometimes interrogates. What did you have in the breakfast? What did you pack for the lunch? How can you be hungry so early or so easily? So it was like interrogation. You must have packed something, so on and so forth. Third was interpreting. Interpreting. What was the interpretation? You are only distributing books. You are not reading the books. Just like interpretation. Seems like you have not understood the philosophy. And so on. And the fourth was evaluation or judgment. What was that judgmental remark? There was a judgmental remark. Twice he spoke. Disgusting. It's so disgusting. You don't know how to talk. You don't even know how to talk. It's so disgusting. So it's quite a judgmental remark. So these are 4 typical non-empathic responses, which is just against empathy. Now, can someone tell me? Okay, can someone tell me what could be an empathic response to the situation? Empathic response.
First, he should have encouraged him that he has done so much book distribution.
Okay, one empathic response. Not just imagine you are the temple commander, and the person has said, "I have been distributing books, and there's no prasadam left." What would be your first response? Say on the yeah. Just now, imagine you are speaking to the book distributor. Respond.
I would say that let's see what is available, what we can make for you, what can be done.
Okay, that is coming to the solution. Before that, you said something.
And so I would first encourage that, okay, you have spent so much effort in book distribution. I'm very thankful to you for the time spent and the effort spent, especially on Ekadashi.
Okay.
When people want to do reading or engage in.
Okay, good. Yeah, you can say, oh, you have been distributing books so long hours on Ekadashi. I really appreciate. That's one good empathic response. Something else? Please suggest another empathic response. Yes, Jagannath Prabhu.
You could try and see it from their perspective. So, I know you've been out for the whole day, and really, I can understand that you might be hungry now.
Very good. Now, what happened is, the most important empathic response is, you must be so hungry. Yeah, why? Because many a times, people in this world need acknowledgement of their problem and not to be dismissed. Like someone has spoken something, the person is feeling very disturbed. We say, why are you so disturbed? Someone may just say something, why are you so disturbed? We say, that's quite an unempathic response. Oh, I see that you're so disturbed. People need an acknowledgement of their problem. You must be so hungry. Oh, you're so disturbed. I see that. So in this way, rather than asking that why are you, you took a good sumptuous breakfast and in fact lunch, how can you be so hungry? Right? You must be so hungry. Now, in this world, even if we cannot give someone a solution, we want to, it's not that we do not, but even if we are not in a position to give solution, we can just acknowledge the problem, that itself is 50% of the solution. Actually, just acknowledge that you must be so hungry since you are walking since morning. So therefore, I am so grateful. Let me try to find out if I can find some fruits. And many a times, person will say, that's all right. I can try to find it out. I think I can manage to get some fruits and roots. When empathize, a person can find a solution on one's own. And Prabhupada, because his heart has been satisfied with the person who has acknowledged my problem and he has accepted and is feeling sorry. The second empathic response would be, first is, oh, you must be so hungry. Second, I am so sorry there is no prasadam. I am so sorry there is no prasadam. That's the second empathic response. Now, whether the prasadam was cooked less or someone ate or you came late, whatever the reason could be, that we are keeping aside. Just basic empathy means, I just feel so sorry that there is no prasadam. I am not analyzing it. I am just acknowledging the problem and just saying that I am so sorry. So someone may be very disturbed. If you can say, oh, I can see that you are so disturbed. I am so sorry that you have been misunderstood. I am so sorry that you had to undergo such a situation. Right? So like that. Those words are so healing in nature. Those words. And they have to be practiced not just from the head, it should come from the heart. So we have to imbibe with this quality of the empathy and also practice it. We should have to know. Also practice it. And by practicing also with sincerity, we imbibe it. Just like Prabhupada used to say, even if you do not feel enthusiastic, act enthusiastically and then you will feel enthusiastic. So bhakti works two ways. By the process of devotion, we imbibe good Vaishnava qualities, but a sincere practice, trying to understand that this is important to empathize from the heart, a sincere practice, not artificial, a sincere practice helps us to imbibe the qualities also. So therefore, this empathy, listening from the heart and addressing the emotions of the devotees is very important, rather than trying to dismiss them or at times coming to that solution. Okay, I'm so hungry. Okay, wait. I'll just try to find out what is there for you. So that, okay, we can find out a solution. That's also good. But before that, because a person, has come after a long walk and has been really hungry, tired, and just few words of empathy are so comforting. Those few words of empathy. So that is, many times we call it being human. Being human. It's basically being human. Many times amongst the devotees, sometimes we become too philosophical and we lose the human touch. We become too philosophical. Okay, so therefore the empathy is listening from the heart, basically. Empathy is listening from the heart and we respond from the heart. That's called empathy. Okay, now what are some of the common challenges to listening or listening attentively or even more than that empathically? What are some of the common challenges? Yes,
Harsha.
Harshal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Comment. I struggled in listening to reply.
Sorry?
Listening to reply.
That's a challenge.
Yeah, because when you're listening, my mind's telling me when I'm listening.
Okay.
So I want to reply straight.
Yeah. What happens is when someone is speaking, we are already thinking what I'm going to reply now. I'm in the answer mode. I'm not in the listening mode. I'm in the responding mode. I'm already thinking what will be my response, and that is a challenge to listening. Okay, that's good. What else is the challenge to listening? Yes?
Many times we interrupt in between when you're.
I'm interrupting between, yes.
When you have other problems yourself and you're thinking.
Okay, our own problems, yes.
Giving it full attention.
Not giving full attention.
Not being distracted.
So what's the challenge to listening?
Not being distracted by other things.
Challenge is distraction is a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, or not being distracted. Okay, is also a challenge that because we are distracted. Okay, fine, that's good. Something else?
Topic might not be interesting.
Huh?
Topic might not be interesting.
Topic might not be interesting, fine. We are talking of when someone is expressing their difficulty to you. Yeah, we may not be interested in the topic of the person, yes?
Lack of care.
Lack of care, lack of empathy, that value of empathy, that could be another challenge to this kind of listening, especially attentive or empathic. We are talking of the last two, yes?
Making assumptions.
Making some assumptions, yes? Okay, so there could be several challenges. One thing is, sometimes we think, I already know what this person is going to speak. And so so they will cut that person down and we will bring the long story short. Okay, so lack of patience. It requires tremendous patience to be able to listen a person. Right? So remember, it is very, what a person has to say is very important for that person, may not be for us. Please remember, what a person has to say is very important for that person, may not be for us. As our empathy, respect for that person, depending on the relationship also, we may at times have to exhibit patience and sacrifice also to be able to listen to somebody. It's not easy at all. So this is now one actual incident I will share. There was a patient who walked to the doctor. It was a government hospital. And a person, when he went inside, he just sneezed. And the doctor saw and wrote the prescription. And before the patient could say anything, he gave the prescription in hand. He wanted to speak. He said, take this, you will be all right. Take this medicine, you will be all right. The patient was shocked. I haven't even said anything. And he came out, tore the prescription, threw it in the trash bin. Because he didn't even hear, the doctor didn't even hear. And that was the right prescription, the right medicine. Why? Because he was the 30th case his morning, the flu was spreading. The doctor noticed the symptoms. The doctor noticed same symptoms, the flu is spreading, the same another case. This medicine is going to work, the prescription is right. But the patient need is to speak. The need of the patient is the patient needs that doctor should hear him out. So our prescription will not work like that. Even if we have the right solution, the need of the people in this world is to be heard. Is to be heard. So in this way, because we are well read, we think I already know the solution now. I don't have to hear. I will tell you the solution now. Scriptural solution and it's going to work. It's not going to work. The need of the people is to be heard. To be heard. So therefore, it is much easier to be a very good speaker, a prolific speaker, which can bring the people to the edge of their chairs. You know, when you speak, people are sitting on the edge of the chairs. It's easy, though it's not so easy, but it's still easier than to be a good listener. It's very, very, very difficult to be a good listener. It requires tremendous amount of patience and empathy and respect to be actually a good listener. And to be a good listener is not just a caring skill, it's actually a life skill. The quality of our life will drastically improve if we can be a good listener. It will drastically improve. The quality of both our material and spiritual life depends upon the quality of our listening. Prabhupada said, the first and the foremost of the spiritual process is shravanam, listening. And if you see, whatever we gain, what's the difference between like an Oxford, Cambridge University and a mediocre university? The quality of sound vibration. Quality of education. What is the education? To be heard. Right? The quality of sound vibration. So the quality of both our material and spiritual life actually is in direct proportion to the quality of our listening. So therefore, we can become a very good leader, a caring person, and as I said, a very good human being in general. The quality of our relationship, the quality of our life, our work, our profession, our contribution to society, everything will improve if we can be a good listener. You know, Krishna says, Maya saktamanapatha yogam yunjan madashraya asayam sham samagram mam yatha gyasasi tashranu. If you want your mind to be attached to me, if you want to be united in it, if you want to be free from all doubts, asamshayam, if you want to know me in truth, just hear what I am saying. Tashranu, this is emphasized. So everything else will follow if you just hear attentively and also from the heart as we are discussing. Try to connect with the people's emotion and we can help them out so much. And when we help other devotees, other people, the Lord is so pleased. When we're in the mood of empathizing, as we discussed, how Parikshit, while he's dealing with his own crisis, he is concerned about others. He's concerned about others. Similarly, when we can empathize with others, because everyone in this material world is undergoing several kinds of difficult challenges. And to be able to hear someone out, hear from the heart, is very, very healing and comforting to them. It's a great service that we can do. And we will help other person, help ourselves, make tremendous progress in our life if we can be good listeners. If we can listen, not just with the ears, but with the ears, with the eyes, with the head, and with the heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We'll conclude over here. Okay? If there are some questions. Yes, Harshad Prabhu.
So, thank you for the talk. I just got a question about, you said you have to be patient when you're listening to someone.
Yeah.
So I just wanted your feedback on if someone's talking at you, and you're listening, actively listening.
Someone is talking and
At
you're
you.
actively listening.
And where I'm actively listening. And they stop and then I'm about to speak, and they don't actively listen, they go on their phone. or they look at their watch, all this. As a human being, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that disrespect? If you're listening, but the other person doesn't listen, how do you deal with that disrespect with the other person?
Well, I'm not able to imagine a scenario that if you are listening attentively to somebody, and that person, when you begin to speak, that person is totally distracted. I haven't seen, experienced, or even heard such a scenario, because it may happen that, okay, no, you may have heard someone's class sometime, like suppose you may have heard sometime at some other time, but at some other time that person may be distracted. I'm not sure immediately, like you have really given an ear to hear someone out, and then when you immediately speak and that person is totally distracted, so you have to probably there could be some deeper reason for that. I'm not sure, maybe instead of you speaking, you just reflect and say, okay, I just heard you speaking this. You just reflect back, and maybe the person wants to speak more. So we have to just go, the deeper into the reason why that is happening. Usually that should not happen. Yeah. I'm not.
Unusual example.
Yeah, quite unusual. Exceptional case. Exceptional case, I would say. It's not a very usual thing. Okay,
My
yes?
question is that, like you spoke about the patience is very important, patience and sacrifice.
Okay.
But how do we bring that patience?
How do we bring the patience? Okay, so yes, actually, it requires a lot of patience to be able to hear. How do we develop patience? We develop all virtues by practicing them. So, in a conversation, you reflect back how good listener you have been. So now again lost my patience. Make a resolve. See, whenever after every conversation, reflect back. How well did I listen? So actually, I again lost my patience, again interrupted, again spoke in an unempathic way, and so on and so forth. So reflect back, make a resolve that next time I'll be a better listener. Make a resolve and make a determination, and again practice. So by practice, you will develop the virtues. And of course, as devotees, we should also be praying for that. So, in general, in the outside world, people only practice. By practice also they develop. But for us, by practice and by our prayers, that please help me to be really a good listener. And then we will develop those virtues. It will happen gradually. It requires practice. At least first become conscious that something is lacking. That's the first step. That I need to be a better listener. And then we can, that's the beginning. Fine. Okay, something else? Okay, yes. Jagannath Prabhu, Brajnath Prabhu, whatever.
Okay. I've heard in a few classes, and some devotees have mentioned that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Can you share something more about that and just the proportion of speaking and listening?
Okay, there is a saying, we have 2 ears which are naturally open. Their natural state is open. And sometimes you have to block. You have 1 mouth which is naturally shut. So that shows there is much more, we have to hear much more than speaking. We are designed, our what do you call this? Physiology. The physiology, our design, the design of our body is that we are supposed to listen much more than to speak. And then we make progress by that. And one important thing is, listen to change. Make a resolve, I want to change myself. Listen to change. If you see, it is very important that we cannot progress without the change. And we cannot change anything if we cannot change our mind. We cannot change it. If we can't change our mind, we can't change anything. To change our mind, we have to be good listeners. It's not easy actually. So if we really have to progress in life, we have to listen to make a change in ourselves. We have to listen to change, not just listen passively. We have to listen to change and listen with the open mind, open heart that I want to bring some change in me. Always strive to listen something and see how can I bring some change in me. You will see your life will always be so progressive. Listen to change. Please remember that. Fine? Yes, Prajnath Prabhu. Take the mic.
There was a statement I came across, I think it was Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, that said that love comes first, philosophy can come later. So when someone's in trouble, then our first priority is actually to show them love, rather than to give them philosophy.
Yeah, good point. Okay, this is very important. What happens is, as Prajnath Prabhu said, love comes first, philosophy comes later. Or we put it like that. I'll quickly tell you a very beautiful story which highlights this. Lord Chaitanya's devotees in Bengal, they all used to come for Yatra to Jagannath Puri every year. Who was the Yatra manager? Good, Shivanand Sen was the Yatra manager. He used to bring all the devotees from Mayapur, Navadvip to Jagannath Puri, few hundred of them. And he was so selfless, he would maintain all of them at his cost. There were no yatra charges, no registration fee. And one day he got delayed in arranging accommodation and prasadam, and Lord Nityananda Prabhu kicked him on his chest. And a very highly unempathic response. Now, Nityananda Prabhu, he actually wanted to bring out the glory of Shivanand Sen. So his activities are inconceivable. So we can't always conceive. It was seemingly unempathic, but it has a very deep purpose, which was a revealed later. Shivanand Sen could understand the deeper intention of Nityananda Prabhu, but his nephew, whose name was Shrikanta, he said, this is outright bossing. This is unacceptable. This is against Lord Chaitanya's teaching and philosophy. Right? He left the group and went ahead to lodge a complaint ahead of the group. He kind of ran to lodge a complaint of Lord Nityananda to Lord Chaitanya. So he reached early and then he went to the presence of Lord, and then he was wearing a jacket and he offered his obeisances. Lord's servant Govinda, he said, Shrikanta, have you forgotten the etiquette? You are supposed to remove the jacket while you offer obeisances. And Lord Chaitanya gave an amazing reply. He said, Govinda, do not instruct him. He is in a disturbed state of mind. Let him do whatever makes him happy. That was a response of Lord Chaitanya. Don't instruct him. So here we learn one golden rule: affection before instruction. People in this world need affection. There is ample instruction. There is ample good advice. There is ample scriptural instruction. But there is very scarcity of affection. So when people are disturbed, first thing is they need affection. Words of affection, empathic response. We should feel their pain and comfort them first. No need of solution, no need of good instruction, nothing. They need some affection. Lord said, don't instruct. He may not be following etiquette. Let him do whatever makes him happy. And that won the heart of Shrikanta. So that's in nutshell, is the empathy, or empathic listening. Okay, so I think we'll close over here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you for listening from your heart, giving me this opportunity. Very grateful to you all. Hare Krishna.